Never replace your BMW diesel particulate filter again. I mean, ever again. Ever again.
Time to clean that DPF.
Hi, I'm Stephen. I hope you're good, and welcome to my channel. Today we look at the BMW diesel particulate filter, the DPF, and I'll explain why I think you never have to replace it again. I mean ever. In a million miles it should still be good. The build quality of the diesel particulate filter is very, very high. It's been well manufactured using good materials. There's no reason for it to rust. It's good quality stainless steel, and the internal parts, the honeycomb that is the catalyzer and the filter, it's a very, very strong material. There's two reasons why it might get blocked in the first place, and you might think you need to replace it, or your mechanic says you need to replace it, or get a refurbished unit, a reconditioned unit. The first one is that your glow plugs have failed, and you can see my other video on that, and that is where the glow plugs fail, causing the self-regeneration system to stop working. And of course, there's no point getting a new particulate filter if you're not going to change your glow plugs or get the problem fixed. So that's issue number one. The second one is that eventually, after 100, maybe 150, 200,000 miles, they just clog up with not soot. Soot is what they burn off every regeneration cycle, but what they clog up with is what's left after that's burnt, after that soot is burnt off, and it's described as ash. I guess it's some size of particle that, and some constituency of particle that just doesn't burn off in the normal cycle. The only way to get rid of that ash is either to buy a new unit or send your unit off to get put in a high temperature oven for many, many hours, and that can get rid of the ash and give you a like new unit again. That's quite expensive. So option one, replacement, that's super expensive. Getting it cleaned in a high temperature oven, that's still pretty expensive. But there is a third way, and that is to clean it yourself. I'm going to show you how. Now, when I bought my BMW, it had a clogged filter. I didn't know why at the time. If you see my other video, you'll see what I discovered and how glow plug problems are related to diesel particulate filter problems. So, I went ahead, I was in a hurry, I went ahead and I bought on eBay a low mileage diesel particulate filter, ready to put into my car. But in the meantime, while I was waiting for that, I saw a video by an English guy, and a guy in England at least, or was it Scotland? And he decided he'd show everyone how to clean the diesel particulate filter yourself. Now, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry at what he was doing, but I thought, I have one that I'm going to throw away anyway, let's give it a try. And so I did, and you'll see the cleaning method I followed, and that is to use a high pressure washer, and half an hour of your time after you've got the diesel particulate filter out, of course, which is no easy job. But after half an hour of cleaning, I put it back in, and it's worked for 100,000 miles since. And I consider that to be a success. So here it is. See what it involves and see if it's the right choice for you to do. See how I go. Well, here we are outside. I've picked a rainy day because I didn't want to explain to anyone that I was wet because of a DPF. So you can see that I've taped up all the electrical connections to make sure that I don't blast them with water. I've got my pallet there so I can keep it upright, and as you can see in the entrance there, it's just completely black. No point even poking a camera in there, you can't see a thing. Now on the exit pipe, clean as a whistle, clean as can be. Amazing what these diesel particulate filters can do. So let's get it blasting. Now this particular water cannon, this high pressure washer, it's way too powerful to be doing this. My low pressure unit has a failure, so I've had to use the high pressure, super high pressure unit, and it's a bit too powerful for doing this, so I've had to stay a little bit away. Whereas the low pressure unit, I can poke it right in there and work it all around. This one I can't do that. I'm guaranteed to do more damage than I should. So here we go, blast away. Now you can't really see it in the shadow there, but there's water going in the top, but it's not coming out the bottom. There's no flow of water going through. Now that's important, because by the time we've finished this job, there'll be some flow of water through. That's important to keep in mind. At the moment, all the water is splashing straight back out. You can see it's specked with black gunk. Really is unsavory stuff. If you can wear some kind of protection, that would be a good idea, especially gloves. Otherwise you're going to have to wash everything that you're wearing. It is unsavory stuff that gets clogged in these filters. But here we go, blast away. You can see that flying out, black particles covering the pallets, going everywhere. And we just keep on doing this, try and point it at different parts inside as much as possible, work it around. You can check the progress by tipping it out. Wear gloves, don't get it all over your hand. It's very difficult to get off again, and it's probably not very healthy. But if you tip out a bunch of water like that, then you know it's not flowing through. I just did a reverse flush up from the back end of it, and that's not really doing much. So we'll work on the business end, on the dirty end. More washing, more tipping. More inspecting. Yeah, if I wasn't mistaken, that's a little bit less water coming out. But maybe I'm mistaken. This job does seem to take 15 minutes to half an hour, no matter what. I've now done it on 3 different filters, on a couple of different cars, and it works every time. You can reset the filter and the car will treat it as a new filter after you've done this job. This does seem to remove the build-up of ash, which is the important one for long-term clogging of your filter. Or if you do have a glow plug problem and it's just temporarily clogged up, then this will get you going again so that the normal regeneration can work again once you've fixed your glow plug issue. Now at this point, I consider the job to be done. I'm just putting a bit of low pressure water in there to see if that flows through. The water goes in, and let's check and see if the water comes out the other end in a nice stream. Let's give it a go. And you can see there, water is flowing out the bottom. That is 100% success. We have the blockages out, the ash is out. This filter is ready to go back in the car. Okay, here we are. I've just moved it to the workshop so we can shine a light in there and see what I've done. Now if you have a look in there, you can see that I've done some damage. You can see some of the little honeycomb is slightly eaten away. That's with using my super high pressure washer, which is a bad idea. But you can see that maybe I've taken away 1/10 of 1% of the total area of the honeycomb. So really you could do this exercise 100 times and it wouldn't ruin your filter. So really these filters, maybe they could last easily for 50 years. That's how well built they are. So there's really no point in sending this to the tip. There's lots and lots of life in these. Well, there you have it. I'd love to know what you think. I was skeptical when I first saw it, and maybe you are too, and I understand entirely. But if you have nothing to lose and you're going to throw away your diesel particulate filter anyway, maybe it's worth giving it a go. If you thought this video was helpful, give it a like, maybe share it with your friends who have a diesel BMW that needs a new particulate filter. If you would like to see more videos on BMW and car related items, please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time.